Staying cool, guys. It's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Addicted to RC. What's up, buddy? Man, already with the hit the likes. Woohoo! Mitchell's RC Off-Road. What's up, buddy? FJB, what's up, buddy? You're getting ready. All right. Hello, Cass. What's up, buddy? My cat decided to stop in early today. You lay down right here and you'll be just fine. All right. That up there is an XRT. I'm currently putting in some better gears, some Vitavon axle gears in that thing. So I finally got plans for it, and hopefully you guys will like it. Basically, I'll go ahead and tell you guys up front. The Hobbywing Max 5G2 and the new 1250 kV motor. The goal is to get a little more speed out of it. I don't really want a lot of speed, but obviously a lot of punch, because you're talking a 56 millimeter by 90 millimeters, as in 56 millimeter diameter or 90 millimeters long. Now this, I'm going to show you guys, goodbye cat, is a 70 by 125. Just so you know. So this is not going in it. Although this will, and if you guys saw the SEX 6x6 video, this will actually fit that. It's not going in. There's zero reason for that. Now the Hobbywing Max 4 system that's censored maybe, but they don't really have a legit crawl mode as far as controlling down. All right, let me get you guys. You guys are coming in hot and heavy here. T-Dale, what's up? Endos. I'm dead tired and absolutely nothing besides school. Oh, man. Yep. Brain fatigue. Big Kids RC, what's up? Paul King, hey buddy. Yep, addicted. That's what's going in there. I'm trying to keep it light. I'm trying. There's a multiple track cameras. I wouldn't mind having more cameras out there, but it's just not. I can't see it being beneficial at this point. Now, maybe if I run a live stream and just can set the camera up and just let it run live, everybody that's going on out there, would you guys want to watch that? I don't know. I mean, if I ever get good enough service, I can set one of these up out there and actually just live stream the track on a Sunday play day. It's up to you guys. Be a lot of dead time though. You guys don't realize editing. Editing can take a boring video and make it just a little bit better when you cut the worst parts out. All right. Country Rob, what's up? Sergeant, what's up? Well, thank you, T-Dale. You ever run Power Hobby servos? Yeah, Paul, I have. The smaller servos have done me well. The larger fifth scale servos, after a little while, they just get real weak. And I actually showed this in a video with the, I forget the name of it, but it was in my SCX6. And it just got so weak. So yeah, I have had some of those fail, but ultimately, all servos will fail. They're like batteries. I don't care what brand you got, what you got. They're going to fail at some point. Oh yeah, the big track, the thing I showed this morning. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun, but it's something we've got to do when the weather cools off. Yeah, there is no running around there like that. Jim's Hobbies, what's up? That motor's on a whole lot of 106 thumbs up. I got 18 thumbs up and 42 watching Animal Mother. Rob Cunnett, what's up? Mitchell's RC Off-Road. Half Hawaiian. Hello from Springfield, Missouri. What's up? RC Daily. Endos. Stream on Live RC. Yeah, but we haven't had enough of anything close to legit racing out there, you know? Nick Daniels, good evening. What's up? George Acosta, what's up? Ben G. You guys really think, you guys will really sit there and just watch the track? I mean, it's boring for the most part. And like, it's like if I'm streaming the track, I can try to get at the first corner. That's where all the action's at when we're just bashing around, because everybody wants to get into and out of that corner first. I just let them go in and crash and slide up underneath them and scoot right on. Usually when I do that, I'm in third place at worst. If not, I'm usually in first. It's just let them crash. We're all basher racers out here. If you're in the way, you're not going to be in the way for long. What do you think about FMS? What I have from FMS is actually pretty good. RC Mike. Jeff, what's up? Oh yeah, the smaller, yeah. You had those big tires on there. Yeah, that wasn't such a good thing. One Armed Bandit, what's up? Hey buddy. School's up back out. Yes, sir. Come on. It's hot right now, though. I open every Sunday to the public, in case you guys are wondering about the Exoplex. Pete, what's up? Enough guys running with watch. Yes, it gives someone something to watch. Yeah, but there's a lot better stuff to watch than a few RCs going around a dirt track, right? There's got to be. Besides, if I put a camera up there and it's unmonitored, believe me, the trash talk that goes on in that stand, it will probably get me demonetized, okay? So I got to be careful of that too. We talk some smack in that stand, let me tell you. Just, we're dudes being dudes, let me tell you. Watch Roaring Nats at Hobby Town. Yeah, but that's a whole different ballgame, Endos. That's like legit. We do RC event right now. Well, good luck, Sergeant. Benji, I need a compare between a Moose Ripper and an Endura Tarantula on the TRX4M. I don't have either of those. I'm sorry. Jim Palazzo. What's up, buddy? Yes, sir. So RC Daily, it's not worth it. And then, I always say come down in February and combine that with the USTE. Well, now USTE is no longer happening, at least for the year of 2024. And 2025, I have no idea where it's going to be at, but I was told that it was going to be in a more centralized location. I personally only know of 2 places, maybe 3, but 2 places that could actually pull off a USTE event. And that is Cherokee Rock Village in Leesburg, Alabama, and Beat the Creek. Those are about the only 2 places that I know of that are large enough and could actually do that style of event. But I have no idea. I really don't. I've been wanting to ask, but I'm like, I don't want to be that guy, But regardless, wherever it is, next year, 2025, I will be there. I have no idea what I'll bring. And man, I built like the whole BRX02, the whole thing. I mean, that's all for USTE, I guess I'll save it for the next year. Been on my Stampede. Yes, sir. See a lot of people on those live streams like that. Speaking of live streams, what's that stupid NPC stuff you see on TikTok now? God, that's the dumbest thing. I could have a second unmonetized channel for track days like that. That way I wouldn't risk this channel. I could do that. What is a good servo for TRX4M? I would probably say the Mighty Chihuahua or 99 Micro, or yeah, one of those 2. I think I was at CCXRC today looking at that website, which is Tony's, and he said he had no Mighty Chihuahuas. So, and I just got in 3 of the 99 Micros, but they're kind of from my own projects, Hey, am I going to fully Vidavon out the Pro Moto? Daryl Smith, yes. Ooh. Channel members, you guys have the videos, don't you? I believe I uploaded them last night of the Vidavon wheels and all that stuff going in. I don't have the Pro Moto behind me, but yeah. What's up tomorrow? Maybe I'll put the dirt bike videos up tomorrow. Don't know. But I believe there's, what, 7 or 8 videos for channel members right now just sitting there. The videos that went up today, except for the Arlo Buggy one, been in there for, what, a week and a half? Bulldog 6. I mean, if I was to have the second channel and just let that run, call it Exo's Track or something like that, I guess I could do like a community post with a link to it. Maybe you guys would see that, but I would have to do it. I got to see if I can hook a microphone up to the phones. If I can hook a microphone up to the phone, and what I could then do is actually put the microphone on the driver stand. And at that point, you could totally hear it, but then set the camera at corner 1, kind of out there, because corner 1 is where most of the carnage is at. And, that would be interesting. Definitely something for the fall to think about. Maybe I could do one of those, because I know, like, guys, they have, when they do their live stream, like 11 Charlie, they have like different people up there. Now, if I could put different cameras up there and show the different corners of the track, that would be cool. And then have like the driver stand where you guys can hear everybody talking smack. That would be cool to see. Let me see, I got 4 corners. So just 4. That would be cool. I'm probably going to forget all this here soon. But if IAQ Master, who's David, who's here like every Sunday, hears this, he'll remind me. Cold in Michigan, 68. Man, I wish. T-Dale, man, TikTok is like, you never know what you're about to get. It's kind of like, I don't know, a game of roulette or something, you know? Douglas, no sir. There's like 4 or 5 guys local that have them now, and they don't do a YouTube or anything like that. I do believe that they sent a bunch of them to stores though, to the local hobby shop. But yeah, they all ordered theirs like from Horizon, and they got them. So all the bikes that you see actually came from Horizon, like normal orders. So yeah, they're not just sending to the YouTube guys. What's up? Brian Settlers, what's up? Corn Freak. If you got 5 subscribers on the list, I'll make sure you join. I kind of doubt that, Douglas. What are your thoughts on the Primal RC Dodge Challenger? Addicted. That's a good question. I've got one ordered. I do not have one here. If I had one here, you guys would see it already. But I do have one ordered. I ordered the electric roller. It does come with servos, but the front suspension leaves a little bit to be desired. And no rear suspension leaves a little bit to be desired. But I think for what it is, I think it's going to be awesome. It's just not going to be something that you can take off-road or in any kind of rough terrain. And I'm hopefully I'm one of the top first orderers that got this thing ordered, because I was like right there. Hopefully I get a good low number on it too. Mine's gonna be the red-orange one, and my buddy Al is getting the green one, so I'll have 2 of these. And they do say that they're 8S, and honestly, even though that car is that big, 2-wheel drive 8S, Castle XLX2, 800 kV, more than enough. More than, or maybe 1100 kV. I don't know the gearing of the car itself. What's your bid on user? Started to watch your vid on user 3D inserts. Do you think the... Got a finisher comment there, buddy. 12SX RT. Well, the XRT, from what I'm going to be doing to it, is only going to be 8S, but it's going to be getting a new short 1250 kV motor. Am I going to Vidavon out the UTB-18? I think I'm done with the UTB-18. I really don't think I need much more for it. My idea, but they need to come up with a sound system for the Pro Moto. I don't like sound systems on RCs. That's not my thing. If I'm at an event and you have an RC car and it's got a sound system, I'm not going to record that. I mean, sometimes it'll get in there, but it is not on purpose. I will try my best to avoid that. My friend left his XRT in my truck and doesn't seem to care. Oh, well, XRTs are nice. Got my wheels the other... All right, we just missed out. Cyclone RC, everything just jumped here. What's up, buddy? Jackson Hutton, checking in from the land down under. Hey, buddy. Primal didn't do a good job on the car. It better be stupid cheap. The one I'm getting was like $1,900. So I wouldn't say it's cheap, but it's not a $4,000 Raminator. Scale right. What about those drops this week? The Primal Challenger. Yep, I got you. I'm with you on that. Associated Datsun 620. That one I have not seen. Well, Addicted. It's going to be awesome. If nothing else, to be a big, expensive decoration. I've got a few of those. What it is, JD, they actually took the drag car setup and adjusted it and made it fit the body. At least that's what I believe. Well, Endo's RC, if you're talking 80 on 8S two-wheel drive, I'm allowed because I did 80 on 2S. Okay, well, you can do 80 with your 110 pan car. If I'm doing 60 with this car, which one does the most damage? The Tank, what's up? Is the user you showed in the video better than the Three Brothers? It's a lot cheaper. It's about half price. I think they're on par. There was one guy commented that he let his Yizzer sit for a while and they actually got flat spots in them. Now, mine are usually up on stands, so I haven't experienced that. Jim Leahy, the Python ESC, dude, that's the best ESC I've ever got from Furitech. Simple as that. Every other ESC's had an issue with the startup being so low and then the transition into drive, so much so that you actually get a cog rolling back. They finally got that taken care of. And I've mentioned that in just about all my videos, you know, and you can physically see it. And then when the car cogs and rolls backwards, it's like, ugh, heck with that. But the Python, I think, is the new architecture, new complete system, all new design, and that one's pretty darn good. It's 4S and everything. So yeah, you'll be seeing that ESC in more vehicles. WPL is okay. They've got some good stuff, and some is I've had in the past that were maybe worth chunking to the trash can, but I think that hopefully that's in the past. Any luck on tires for the Vidavon wheels yet? Not sure what we're talking about here, Brian. About to work, I had to go. All right, T-Dale, catch you later. David Smith, what's up, buddy? Sorry, do you think the user inserts will work the best for all-around trailing and crawling versus dual set? Oh, yes, sir, Country Bob. Absolutely. 1900 isn't terrible. It would be closer to 15, but I figured it would be 3K. Now you can get it. You can outfit the thing out with all kinds of. You can get a motor system in it, which looks like a Max, the older Max 5, with maybe a Leopard motor. Is kind of what it looks like. Kind of looks like this right here, but not, obviously not. And this is a, I forget the actual name. It's got a little snake head on it though. It actually does not even say the name other than the snake head. Real fun. The new FMS BJ 4010. No, sir, I'm not planning to get that one, buddy. Real fun street car. I mean, you could take something like that body and put it on a like the buggy, the two-wheel drive buggy, like HPI Baja, and probably be pretty good, honestly. The Vidavon X-Mat. I just built a Vidavon X-Mat Shelf Queen just like yours. You got it, David. One day I'll put that tire back on. I don't know why I've taken the tire off, unless that was when I weighed those tires a couple months ago. 102 degrees in Washington State. Washington State, you guys are way up on the border of Canada. Right, David? What year was your first rock obstacle course built, and how long did it take you to... Maryland, if you look way back in the videos, my first rock obstacle here was actually a slab of rock that I leaned up on like 4 other rocks. And with that, I was doing tire tests. With that. And that same rock is still angled out there on a new course. It's been there for a while now, but that same rock is there. The original rock that, or piece of concrete that I was doing tire tests on. It is still sitting out there. Yes, sir. Outcast roller, Craig. I saw you post that. Yes, sir. Did you know a Vidavon 6% is a 1600? Yeah, Jackson. I sure do. My conversion was about 32. Some of that was in the Beast 2000 servos too. The Vidavon wheels for the dirt. Oh yeah, I've got those. I guess I'll put those videos up tomorrow. I got an install video of the tires and then the drive. Believe it, oh, the drive on that, man. Channel members, tell me you've seen the drive. I put the tombstone on the big on the big part of their back ramp, and I went all the way up it with the bike. Yeah. No, David Smith, it's not. 3 hours from Canada border, man, and it was 102 up there, David. That's crazy. 90 something in Virginia. Chainsaw, what's up? How about good night, bro? What's a good sound system for my Arma? A good system for your Arma Creighton 8S. About the best system you can just throw in there would be like an XLX 2 by Castle with an 800 kV. I think I saw M2C actually came out with a new bell crank for the Creighton 8S, and it'll allow you to fit the new G2 Max 5 in there. The Max 5 G2 with that longer motor, so you actually get the clearance to make the thing turn. So I think M2C is the one that did that one. Fifth scale, David. Hello from 100 plus Oregon. Man, it should not be that hot up there. I mean, I'm thinking if I ever win the lottery, you know, get a couple $100 million, I'll just move up to the border during the summer. But you guys are making me wanting to move like to the North Pole or something, you know? I keep snapping the pins on my dog bone on my Outcast 8SS LS2. Blades RC. Yep, same problem here. I believe what I ended up doing was I had the same problem. Ended up going to the Vidavon shafts, and I believe they are 1 millimeter shorter. And I believe that made the difference because I don't have that issue at this time. But I did do these right here. See the shock right here? Right here, I added a piece of like a heavy duty hose to try to keep the compression down. But yeah, what happens is on compression, the dog bone goes into the cup if you watch that, and then the dog bone bottoms out on the slots, and that's what breaks the pins or bends the axle. Now when you bend the axle, what happens there is the arm, and like when you land on the side, the arm actually bends, and then everything gets closer, so the axle has to bend. Something has to give. $106 in Sacramento, California. Dang. Driving an automobile Pro Moto was impressive. You know, Marcus, I thought it acted better too with the more mass. I mean, I weighed them in, everything like that. I think it was actually better as well, which was really weird because I expected to have more unsprung mass on there that would, you know, negatively affect it, but it seems to run better. And I had over a 2-minute run without falling, or excuse me, taking a break. $110 Mississippi. Now, you know, we're all complaining about the heat right now. You guys know as soon as it gets cold just a little bit, some people are going to be complaining about the cold. Cool deal, Eric. Yes, sir. Big RC, Gus, Custom Creations, Wisconsin, 108 in Oregon. 108? Well, I guess Oregon's out. That's not part of my list of destinations, I guess. I know I'm going to Halloween Haul and Crawl October 21st and 22nd. That's going to be at Cherokee Rock Village, put on by Georgia Rock Zombies. So I'll be there for that one. And I think the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm taking the wife to Gatlinburg. We're going to go to Gatlinburg again. Does Vidovon have a bell crank system for the new Losi 110 Baja Ray yet? Not yet, Viking, but as soon as I can get my hands on it, I want everything he makes for that truck. I've got another system for it. Actually, I got to get that video up too. Man, see, I've been overproducing videos since I've been home. I produce 3 to 4 videos per day. Like today, I'm only getting one because it was really rainy outside, and that's going to be the XRT, the install of the gears. But I'm putting together a bunch of videos. People should be banned from the planet. I have no idea what people should be banned. I love the cold. Colder the better. I've been stuck in Florida, David, my entire life. So for me, the winter is the best. I mean, out of all the winter, I got to wear pants maybe a week. And now that I'm home and I'm not well, hold on. This may be worse for me, actually. During the winter months in the South is when all the events go. So I may actually be frozen somewhere. I didn't think about that. I've only been in snow a few times, Big RC. Gerardo, what's up? Double A Day. Jeeper. The Pirate Magic, heat index or wind chill. Pick your misery. Oh, yeah. Jeeper, I'm always late to the conversation. You guys see the comments way before I do. There's so much lag getting here. Big Kid, I need mod 1.5, 25-30 gears for my X-Max. I don't have any in stock, I don't think. I don't think I do, Big Kid. Viking, I'm with you. Viking RC, that's my buddy, Gary. He does all kinds of video clips from right back here. Yeah, make sure you guys check him out now. It's only $100 here, 11 the SX. SCX6. Let's go over this one real quick. I've got the 6x6 by 6. 12S is wonderful on this thing. With a Vidavon transmission, it's actually really good. I'm going to build another SCX6 because I believe I have almost all the parts needed, including the straight axle Vidavon axles that came out of my SCX6. I've got those. So, and now that I have a whole transmission and all that, I got drive shafts. I've got some links on order. I want straight links for this, but I'm going to build a race SCX6. You guys know how I did the race camp, right? Think of that, only SCX6 size with the Proline body. That's what I'm after. And Vidavon has differentials for those axles. Like differentials, so I'm going to put those in. When you're building like a racer or something, you need that differential action so the vehicle can plant to the ground and go. So I'm going to build a race SCX6. I'm not sure what to call it. Maybe the Race 6? Race 6? No, that doesn't sound good. I can't say that. Big 6 Racer? I don't know. I have to think of a name for it. I was born and raised in mud, dirt, and snow. Aha, yes. We're driving a manual transmission. Controlling Kim in your hand. Old flapping lips. What's up, man? Oh, a new WPL. Oh, nice. Winter is my jam. Microphone is picking up Joe's conversation. Things are getting crazy. Microphone. Something messing up with my volume now? The pirate be best bang for your buck, value for money of an RTR crawler to buy right now. Huh. Probably the base camp. Probably the Axial base camp. Probably the best one right now. How about an SCX6 sized LMT? I thought about trying to put SCX6 axles in an LMT, but that's a whole lot of axle, and honestly, I have not had a bit of issue out of the LMT axles. So I can't do that one. I don't see how to make it happen. Now, I've got actually, maybe you guys can save this project. Travis Vance, who is Addictive RC, he's building me a Rift chassis right now. And I sent him a set of steering SCX6 axle housings. Center diff, all that stuff. And we're trying to come up with like a monster truck body that would work for this. Do you guys have any idea? Because with those axles, we're thinking like a 1/8 scale. Something like that, you know. Or maybe 1/6 scale. But we need a body that's larger than what's currently out there. Do you guys have any ideas? James, trimmers are taken care of. Tim, do you need some diffs? I can get those on an order if you need them. Send me an email. Will a Max 6 combo work with a 1/5 Outcast? Yeah, the Max 6 should work on that. The shibby. Buddy, my user came yesterday for 2.2 wheels of Vanquish, 1.9 tires. They are fur. I guess firm. Hey, what would you think about Rift if it had much bigger reduction? You mean like with the low gears in the transmission? It's okay at best. If you have a Rift, leave it fast. Go have fun. If you want a crawler, get a crawler. Just my thoughts on that, because I've done the Rift. I've done the low gears in it. I've done all that stuff. My Rift now, I just put the high gears back in it, and that's it. And I'm waiting for the Travis Vance to finish my chassis. He actually sent me some pictures of it today. When I get that in, then I'll put my Rift back together. I haven't driven a Rift in probably 6 months. Yep, and that's the Base Camp is a great truck, and it's a great truck to build off of. Lots of mods out there. Yeah, you can get the underdrive portal gears for the Vidavon portal gear, the portal Rift axles. I've got Thor, and I've never even thought about putting the low gears in the portals. Yeah, but that's got a 3-gear transmission, so it's already geared down pretty low. I have never got an Asuga. No. I don't have a sponsorship. Oh, Marcus Landry. Okay, so the Baja Ray 2.0, same steering bell crank as the 1.0, but uses the RZR Ray steering linkage from the servo to the bell crank. It might be crazy, but I might have some odds parts in there. Thank you for telling me that. I might actually have something in there. Watching Joe Addicted. What's up, man? Demontoid. What I meant. A true one, yeah. SC8E body. Yeah, the SC8E. I had one of those years ago. Speaking of that, I mean, we have the Mojave body. That's kind of a truck. But then you start doing that, then you start having to have the wheels have a lot of offset, and then you're going to have a lot of leverage against the servo. I don't know. I might just get those axles back and build something else with them. I have no idea what I would build with them. Joe Girding is in the house. What's up, buddy? Chris Carter, I have a Vidavon Rift. Oh, yeah, normal Rift axles. Yeah, I got one. Yeah, I got front and rear axle shafts for Rift in stock. The Nissan Nisimo. Let me grab that for you real quick. That worked out really good. Hang on, guys. Let me grab that. All right. You guys can see all my junk back here. All right. This little piece of junk right here. This worked out really good, man. I'm happy with it. Do your user 2.0 meters, 2.5 inner diameter. I have no idea what the actual measurements are on that. You'll have to get with the guys that make them. My X-Race looks awesome. Yeah, I know. It's going to be tiring. But this is how everything went in. I mean, I trimmed a little bit right here, okay, to put the ESC in place. Stock motor. 2S. This is a Arlo servo out of one of them when I did the Reese 179 servo, I believe. Then a GT5 receiver. I mean, that's it. It does have a Reese servo horn on it. But this stupid little thing is actually all right. I thought there might be a battery in it, but there's not. But burnt out all the lights on it. I think this one might still be working. But it's actually all right. I was really surprised at how well it did. No, I have not been to the drift course over at Richard's place. From Vermont, been watching and enjoying. What's up, buddy? Small slash track, nice. How do you feel about the shift? The shift? Oh, the Dolphin RCDC, dude. Thank you. I was in the mall yesterday. Yes, I actually left the home. Went to the mall and I was looking for some figurines. Shift servos, 1/5 scale. The shift servos that I've had are all direct power. And if I was to do a servo in one of the fast ones, I would probably do, it's got to be a regular plug and play. But as far as the Dolphin you're talking about, I was actually going in and I was looking for, and I did not find the figurine at all. I was looking for a Saitama. If you know who or what Saitama is, thank you, Tim. More dolls. Do you know what or who Saitama is? I'm curious. You guys tell me. Gonna build a race camp soon. Sarah Rift Axles. Yes, use your spare rift axles, Chris Carter. And if you have the One Punch Man, you are correct, Gems. Yes, that is so awesome. I watch all the stuff on YouTube about it. But yeah, use the Rift links, Chris Carter, and the Rift shocks. Try to come up with something kind of like what I did. Man, it works so good. Yeah, it does slide pretty good. So, yeah. It says the stepmom is back and everyone is behaving. There's the Shift X5 mess in. Now, when you're talking about the crawler stuff, I still have a Shift X5. It's in the front of my SCX6 bouncer. I was putting it back together today, and believe it or not, I actually had to order a bolt off of Amazon. Lost a bolt that goes through the rear end. ASTRX4 can bunny hop like alls. I bet it can. Dan Woodruff, One Punch Man, yes. Anna Somming, Saitama versus Superman. Saitama has no limit. No limiter. Gone. And if he can sneeze and blow, the atmosphere off of Jupiter, I'm giving it to Saitama. Now we're going to talk about comics. Oh man. Did you order your Traxxas Slayer Pro? I have not ordered a Slayer Pro yet. I got too much other stuff going on, including I've already paid for the new Primal. That kind of just took precedence. I got to have that. I've got a display area in my home that I'm going to put this thing in. I'm slowly working through my home to try to make it like a museum. I mean, I think I'm at 105 RCs now. Got to be right there. Chris Carter, my first crate now, yep. All right, Saitama versus Goku. Goku has a major power up thing. He kind of scales up really high by his transformations and all that. But I feel there's still a limit for Goku. There's no limit for Saitama. No limit. I mean, Goku is awesome, but Saitama has zero limit. When he was fighting God Garu, you know, it was just, I mean, they even showed the little scaling thing, Garu coming up, and he had a sliver of God's powers. So, and then then he sneezed, and then, oh man, I'm sorry, we're getting way off. This is not a, okay, fine. Anyway, when he was fighting God Garu, he threw portals at Saitama to like shift into another dimension. Saitama just grabbed him and chunked him like there were nothing. So yeah, Saitama. I got to give it to Saitama. I did see where because they have all kind of animations on. I'm sorry, Pete. Yeah, they got me. I'm all off the point here. I'm off everything, but yeah, I'm all right. Let's get back to RC. Yes, it was anime. Davis said 236. Oh man, I had to buy a warehouse. Damn, past Goku. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah. Is there a point where you'll start selling or giveaways your RCs to make room for new? It seems like there are more and more coming out now. Yeah, there are a bunch of them. There really are. I'm trying to just go after the ones that, I mean, face it, this is a hobby. I've got to be excited about what I'm going after, right? You know? So if it's something that comes out and it's like, okay, they put a new body on it, that doesn't really excite me, you know? So I want something that's new. That's what I want. Or if it's something I just don't have, you know? Like this little thing right here, like I mentioned, I was going to send this back because it was just so horrible. And then it was like, I went and grabbed some of my takeout ESCs and stuff. I'm like, this is going to fit. And I got excited for it. I'm like, yes. So yeah, this is part of my collection now. Because this is an RC car, don't mean we cannot talk about other things. You're right, David. You're right. Chris Cardias, I only got 7 now. Need to start catching up. Clayton, yep, buddy, you got a long way to go. My wife made me move my RC collection. Yeah, I'm going to end up having to do something like that as well. Planet Smasher Hulk. See, Hulks are absolutely awesome, just like Wolverine. Phenomenal, gritty, strong, powerful. But all you got to do is throw him into the void of space, and he's just simply going to keep going. Unless he hits something and can somehow aim his way back. Like Saitama jumped from the moon back to here when he was fighting Boros. Benjamin Massey. Well, I have exocagedrc.com. That's like an online store. This is why Nitro is actually interesting to me for some reason. Because I don't have one. And that's the only reason Nitro is interesting to me. However, it's going to have to be a thing in the fall. Got to be something in the fall. Shinru. But all your secondhand. I try to buy new stuff, man. I bought used stuff, and man, people get a crawler. Oh, it says on the box it's waterproof. So they go find a ditch and jump right in it. No, nothing's waterproof. Nothing. It gets into everything. The axles, the transmission, everything. Just because the box says it's waterproof does not mean anything. I mean, ESC might be encapsulated. There might be an O-ring or something sealing the receiver in, you know, something like that. Servos may have O-rings, but even those get water in them. I don't know. They just love to just jump right. So I generally stay way away from buying used crawlers. When it comes to like a used basher or racer, I generally avoid those as well. I haven't watched Robotech. Shaquilator. There's actually more online content for One Punch Man. Mastar, he does a lot of One Punch commentary videos. No Star, Animat is amazing. When I'm on YouTube, I'm usually looking at everything other than RC car stuff. Unless it's RC Driver, when a new vehicle comes out, because he gets things way early. So I'll watch his stuff on the new cars, because I know that I'm going to be getting one. You know, it'll be like, yeah, I'll get my pointers. That guy is good. The Arlo D12. I don't have any bent axles on any of my laser on my Arlos. The D12 has better axles than the long wheelbase buggy, which has better axles than the short wheelbase buggy. And I believe I showed that in the video, that they've been upgrading the axles and all that. So the newest one has the best axles, at least as far as I know, from Arlo. I don't have any bent axles on it that I've seen. Hey, Q Master. You're finally here. Somebody had a good idea earlier. I can't think of it. See how fast things go in one ear and out the other? The phone is out of control. They're not boats. Stay out of the water. I'm with you, Dan. I think my microphone is possessed. You always have problems reading my nick. My name. Your nick. Yes. Skeletor. Skeletor. Shakira. Vince Day is a new promoter worth of $600 price. Vince Day, or Vince Dev, dude, it is amazing. It is absolutely different than anything you've ever driven in RC. It is awesome, dude. I love mine. I really do. I've never seen Star Blazers. Watch Gundam Wing or something like that. Worse than sand, get that everywhere. Now, Scale Rock, like out here, when it gets water in the sand, or like a sandy water, it's not really mud per se. I mean, I guess it is, but it's more like sandy water. Vampire Hunter. I watched one of that where the chick had like red hair or something like that. FlySky GT5. Now, the FlySky GT5 does not have momentary. So, like if you push the button, like say this one right here, GT5, all right? Like if I have the dig, I try to put it down here. Dig on, dig off. You can also use like the button underneath here for dig on, off, 2-speed transmissions, all that kind of stuff as well. Like push it forward for fast or forward for slow, depending on your desire. Now, my old truck had granny gear and it was all the way forward, you know, so like it had an MP435 in it, manual transmission, and a granny gear, and it was all the way forward. So I tend to set mine forward because that's what I grew up driving the manual transmission on, as where I pull it back to go faster. Later years, when I had the truck built with a monster transmission C6, I had a reverse manual valve body on it, so I was literally shifting back to get into the second and third gear. So that's my mentality of how I came into this whole thing, you know, with vehicles and stuff like that. So that's the way I set mine up, though. But you can use a button down here also for your 2-speed and all that. Did you end up liking 90mm shocks on the Predator chassis? I guess it's been a long time since I've had that chassis. I'm in Florida too. Clean wet sand. Yep. Still watch cartoons. Yeah, David. I tend to watch them. There's a website. I'm not sure if you found the website. Let me see. Hopefully it doesn't mess up my stuff here. It is. See if you guys can see this one. It's got all kinds of anime, cartoons, everything, and it's all there. So if you're into cartoons, like Family Guy, all of them, they're all right here. The new Futurama is on here. Yeah, Futurama. They're back, baby. Shiny metal butt. Oh, Clayton. Omni-Man versus Homelander. That's an easy one. Omni-Man takes that. The only way Homelander is really strong is if he takes a lot of that Formula V or whatever it is. And then that's only temporary. The Radiolink RC8X, dude, I got like 8 receivers in the other day. I ordered them off of Amazon. So you're going to start seeing those in my faster vehicles. I also found out that the RF8 receiver, or the GFR8 receiver, the little battery thing for the telemetry, your battery voltage, is good up to 8S. So you can actually hook that up and actually read your battery voltage on your vehicle through the transmitter up to 8S. That's good. I think the other ones were only good to like 6S. And one of them, I think the R7FG, whatever it is, receiver, 7FGR, whatever. I actually put 8S on it by accident, and it read. So, but I don't think it was quite ready for it. But yeah, I like the Radial Link, and you can get momentary with the Radial Link too. 200 models. Receivers are about the same price as a GT5, but you're talking a $330 radio versus $70 to $80 for a GT5. You know? Now, a GT5 only holds 20 models. My outdoor course is the rocks, which hopefully when things cool off, I'm going to get some concrete, make some adjustments on that. The dirt track is just what it is. Lose a little bit every time it rains hard. Never too young. Yep. Can you do dig and freewheel and lock? Yeah, creepy. Like if you want to do that on like a GT5, you use this 3 position right here, and you have it set up to where the middle position is your neutral, and then you have like 4-wheel drive and then pull it back for lock. But the thing about it is you got to make sure you pay attention to where you turn your vehicle off. And the point is, if you had the vehicle in like lock mode, and you happen to turn it off or something like that, and you come back to it, but you've driven another vehicle, and now that switch is over here, and you turn it back on, and the servo will try to find the new position. If the teeth on the dig unit aren't lined up to go in, they'll sit like this. So when you turn everything on and you're sitting there chatting with your buddies, talking smack, your servo's burning up. So you got to be careful of that. So that's why I try to set everything as best I can to start in a neutral position. MP435. Hey man, I've been all the way up through the mountains in Tellico ORV. I've been up Jellicoe, quite a few places, driving that manual transmission truck, man. Yes. Hey, MP435. I was out here in the backyard. The reason why I put a C6 in it was I was in the backyard. I had a mud hole back there, and it was liking to jump out of reverse. So I'm like, I'm going to hang on to this thing. I was young, strong, invincible. I held on to that reverse. I popped that clutch. I think it was on 44 Swampers at the time. And it popped out of reverse gear and somehow hit the second gear, first gear synchros and locked the truck into first gear. It locked the truck into first gear. And I'm like, what the heck? So I put it back into reverse, and the motor stalled. It had a 414 Windsor, I believe, at that time, full roller, and a center force clutch in it. So, and it was stalling the motor. The heck? Because I was in 2 gears at one time. That's how bad it messed up the MP435. So I finally winched it out. I had a winch in the front and in the back. I had to winch it out forwards, which was the worst possible way, but I got it out. Then I had to drive all the way up and parked it and found out the damage a couple of days later. And that was when I decided to convert to a C6 built by Monster Transmission. And then when I got it, had a reverse manual valve body in it, but it had no engine braking in first gear. Drag brake in the RC world, right? And I'm like, what the heck? So nobody makes one. And then I found this company called Broader Performance. I got a hold of the guy, talked to him, and he custom built me a valve body with engine braking in first gear. So I had reverse manual valve body, engine braking in first gear. He said there was only like 2 or 3 of them he's ever done. So, but anyway, that was just a little history on that truck. All right, where are we at? Let me get you guys. Do I buy my RC spares off of Jenny's RCs? Vince Dev. Yes, sir. I have bought quite a bit from JRC. Spicy tuna crunchy roll. Do they still make Life batteries? LIFE? Yeah, I believe they do. I believe it's more or less a transmitter battery, but they are getting kind of rare, aren't they? Oh, so Tom Lee got the clone that I did. Man, that clone for $200 was amazing. Yep, she'll be good. Wife, when my wife's roots show, I hum the theme to the 90s X-Men cartoon. Turned on in the trunk of my car while I drove my Capra. Gatekeeper drove around the trunk of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You must have had the radio that when you bind to other vehicles, it still tries all the other receivers. Jeeper. Oh man, yeah, that's why crawlers are more important than the bashers are to me. That's why crawlers are just so amazing. And I do gotta say, every big event that I've ever been to in the RC world has been crawler related. Beat the Creek, USTE, ECC, Scale Nats. It's all crawler related, always. Now, of course, you got the racers that go to Psycho Nitro Psycho, whatever that one is. You got all the big races coming around. And I went to one of those, and 4 hours to get 5 minutes on the track? No. I left after like one qualifier. I'm like, I'm not waiting 7 hours to get back on the track. No. So, yeah, that was just, I learned my lesson on that one. I still need a crawler, trail truck, no idea what to get. Base Camp, TRX4, both are good, solid ones. RC, you missed a lot of stuff. Yeah, the C6 did not have a locking torque converter. I want to say I had the whole shot 3,500 stall in it, I believe is what I had in that one. It was actually pretty good. Gee, mine actually had a 430. Mine had the 435 with a 203, 205 doubler by Off-Road Design. So I had like 1, 2, 3. I want to say I had a 4th shifter in there. I had like 3 of them here, and then the main one. Anyway, somehow like that. But I built all my shifters, everything, all the linkages. I built all of that stuff, the shifter, everything. And then when I went to the C6, I kept the 203, 205 doubler. So I had a 2-to-1 low range or a 4-to-1 low range. I could go high gear front or higher gear front, low gear in the rear. I could do front wheel drive only. I could do rear wheel drive only. I could do all that stuff. And if you broke an axle, you could do one wheel drive only. Really? Jeeper, you follow me in the off-road world for real? I mean, I ran the SCTTC. I was in Four Wheeler Magazine. I was on Extreme 4x4. My favorite 6S Truggy tire. Heck, maybe the Power Hobby Defenders, the belted ones. They do pretty good. Like for bashing and stuff now. Axial Fest was fun. Axial Fest was kind of hot though. Yeah, insane reduction, Jeeper. When I was in 4-to-1 low range, first gear, it was actually kind of a pain to stop the truck. It was just driving, you know, over. It was like pushing past the brakes. So I got into the habit of just popping the transmission into neutral. See, mine had a Dynatrac Pro Rock 60 front with RCV axles when they first came out. And yeah, they clicked really bad because I was up at Jellicoe with those axles first time, and it was clicking so hard it was pulling the steering out back straight. And at that time, I had the PSC full hydraulic steering on it as well. But they've got all that taken care of. I got them like as soon as I could. $2,000 for a set of axle shafts to go into a front Dynatrack Pro Rock 60. Yeah. See, we have some old wheeling videos. Double A Day, if you look way back on the YouTube channel, they're there. I have some old videos way back, but you got to go way back. So, yeah, I got some old wheeling videos in there. I don't know if they made it to digital or not, because this is a long time ago, way before YouTube was a thing. I even went through the blonde hair phase. Yep, I had blonde hair. My God, I got to tell you guys a story about this guy at work. All right, let me see here. When would you say haul and crawl? Haul and crawl is October 1st, October 21st and 22nd. Yeah, it's October 21st and 22nd, haul and crawl at Cherokee Rock Village. Sorry, there's a lot. You couldn't kill the engine with the brakes. All right, let's talk about this on RC Daily. I got my Super Duty. I had the trailer on it, and I had the trailer all the way in the back by where the crack of doom is and all that. And I got the Super Duty stuck with the trailer, so I had the manual transmission in it. I got into that thing, and I just put the Holley EFI in it, the Holley throttle body EFI. I just put that in there, so I'm like, man, I'm stuck. Nobody except me with another truck. So what I did was I backed the truck up. I called it the Legend, okay? And it wasn't no Acura. I backed it up, and I put like some chain and pull rope on it, and I put the truck in first gear, and I let out the clutch, which was 4 to 1 low. I mean, it was really low, right? So I walked back to the Super Duty, and I just waited for my truck to pull myself out. So, and then as soon as the Super Duty was out, I just jumped out, ran up to the Legend, and stopped it. So, but man, that EFI, I was watching, and I actually had a video on like a Nokia phone or something at the time. Maybe it was a Motorola Razor. I forget what it was, but I actually had a phone that videoed it, or a camcorder video. But it was, it pulled, I think it was on Swampers or 46 Claws at the time. I think it was Swampers. And it just pulled and just pulled, and that EFI just gave it a little bit more torque, and it just pulled the Super Duty with the gooseneck right out. It was amazing. Okay, let's get back to real RCs. I am so off and all messed up. I had another story to tell you guys and forgot what it was. You go to a crawler event, what kind of trucks do you see the most of? Traxxas, Axial. I would probably say most of it is Axial. Most of it's Axial. Traxxas is really good out there. Some elements, but the vast majority I think is going to be Axial. I think so. And that's basically because there's more variety in Axial. Traxxas just has the TRX4. That's it. There's nothing else. Unless you get to the small one now. Yeah, I ended up killing my C6. I decided to back into a water hole and see if my truck would float. It kind of did. I was driving forward to try to get out of the hole, and you could feel the truck bouncing. So it was actually floating. It was on 46-inch claws at the time. Enduro's getting a lot of traction. The Enduro, yeah. In fact, I believe that's an Enduro right there. I haven't driven it in a while. Creepy crawler. I'm proud of my 2 segments on the Extreme 4x4. Ian was there, camera guys, everything was there. It was pretty cool. Cool, 78. I remember when John Reynolds won the KOH twice with his 4-wheel steer portal axle Bronco. And then KOH just took off into the monster it is today. Robert Teast, yes, I open the Exoplex up on Sundays. If you want to come out here during the week, it's the same thing. However, you may see some recording happening or testing or something like that. So if you do come out during the week and I'm out here driving something that you've never seen before, don't say anything. Chances are good I'd probably put it up, in all honesty. But, yeah. I'm about a guy at work. Oh, Big Egg, you're right. Okay. Me and my buddy Shannon. All right. I went and dyed my hair blonde, okay? I went back into work, and this guy, he was a little off up here. A little off, you know, not quite all the way there. You could cruise by him and grab his leg hairs, and he'd tell you to take a long walk off a short pier and gonna beat you to death with a 2x4. You know, it's just kind of the way it was where I worked. Well, I came in with blonde hair, and he looked at me, had no idea who I was. Just, so Shannon and I looked at each other like, oh man, we got him. Okay, so Shannon looked at me and goes, that's Joe's brother, Dave. Dave is like my alter ego when I used to pick up chicks. Man, this guy's name, we called him Cooper. Dude, he went off. That Joe, he always was a show off, and he just let me have it. I'm standing right there. Me and Shannon were laughing. Oh my God. Dude, he just tore me up. I mean, there was nowhere to run. It was amazing. He let me have it, let me tell you. It was awesome. Then we had this other guy named Jabroni, all about wrestling. Well, one day Shannon stole his lighter, and me and him were playing keep away with David, was this guy's name. And needless to say, he got mad, went to his cooler, pulled out 2 Diet Cokes and crashed them together like Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was awesome. All right, let's get back to RC. You guys are killing me here. Oh, you guys are killing me here. All right, Element show their new release yet. I haven't seen anything from Element. Keep the shiny side up. But I have not even built the Poised chassis yet. It's still over there in the little bag. Okay, so the Datsun is associated. Okay. That's where Dave comes from. Yes, that was my pickup name because I figured Dave is a much cooler name than Joe. We like the story. Oh man, I got more about that guy. I think he was a little bit on the weird side too. Like we were clearing out a parking lot. They pulled up a tree, and he comes up trying to be all macho, going to show how strong he is. He decides to grab the roots of the tree to move it, to prove he's all that. Well, they didn't tell him that the tree was covered in fire ants. He went rolling across that parking lot, let me tell you. That poor guy. He was also called Jackie. Let's just say he had a thing for Britney Spears in the restrooms. Now, I'll leave the rest to your imagination. How far am I from Hollywood, Florida? Probably about 3 hours, maybe. That's kind of towards Ocala, I think, Hollywood. Off of State Road 20, I believe it is. Or 100, I think it is. Rudy Poo. Your standing course for minis. Anything new in the works on that course? I've got a lot of stuff I want to do to it. I just haven't went out there and did it. Bring Dave. Oh, Dave is around. Dave has his own Facebook page that's been around for, I guess, about 7 years. Dave is well established on Facebook. Yes, he is. He's also a bit of a dick too. There are times when I'll go past things, I'm like, I want to say what needs to be said, but I can't. So I'll go to Dave's account and then I can say it. Did you get those Moto tires for new wheels? Yes, RC, I've got them. They are on, and I'll put those videos up tomorrow. It's a kind of a short install video, and then the drive will come up after that. I guess I need to pay attention to what Element's got coming out, huh? Yeah, Mike Randy, that was Jackie. We also called him Jabroni. Because he was all about the rock, let me tell you. He also hated the Florida Gators, too. Yeah, JD, he went by a few names. Yes, he did. He might still be talked about it where I worked, Swisher. So I don't know. Well, it was one of those things. I had a Duratrax Evader. I put that in a box, and people would come by, and I'd hit the throttle, and boom, bump the box. Man, scare the heck out of them. It's just I got me a little bit worried about that because we were all getting old. You know, I don't want to cause somebody to have a heart attack. You know. Cody Hooper, where is the Exoplex? That is in Middleburg, Florida. Hey, Joe, gotta have a good night. All right, Jeeper, have a good one. So you're kind of a closet Dave, I guess so. I guess so. But Dave is out there. Actually, he's on a few different platforms, actually. Yeah, the profile picture is actually one off of a football player. I'm not doing, there's no blonde, but what a little bit I have left is turning gray. You might be able to call me a Cotton Top soon. I'll change the whole name of the channel to Cotton Top RC. Haha. So, my AC's been on and off all night. Sorry about that. But, anyways, let me see. What have I been doing? A little bit of everything. Like today. Today was just kind of a rainy day, so I just started working on stuff. But XRT is going to be getting the upgrade. The Creighton 4S right there, I've got the raw 500 in. I've got to do the steering servo swap on that, see if I can make that thing turn. I've got, oh heck, I don't know. Got all kinds of stuff I got to do. Let's see, a bunch of it. So how old are you? How old am I? I am 49. Oh yeah, the new UDR. I got to get that one up too. That chassis is amazing. I want to say it was a couple $100 for the chassis. I can't look. It'll be messed up. The Climenstein Build. I actually sent all of the transmission parts off to UGRC. Apparently, I was trying to build that with a 2-speed TRX transmission or the clone transmission, and it doesn't have the right gear. So you got to have a sport transmission to get the proper gear to put the Climenstein transmission together. And I did not realize this. I'm trying to put it together, and I'm like, it's not going. So that was my issue. So I'm like, I got a hold of myself. I said, dude, can I just send all this to you guys? So yeah, sent that to them. Supposed to be getting it back either late this week or next week, and I'll be jumping on the Climenstein build. I'm looking forward to that. It's a bolt-in TRX axle link stuff. I've got my axles for it built way over here. And I actually went with the GRC portal axles by TRX right here. So these are already built. And the reason I went with these is the way the C-hub is. It doesn't come all the way down underneath and catch on stuff, so you can get a little bit more clearance on that. But this has got all TRX4 parts in it. Legit. Not the knockoff stuff. Best servo for the money. Cody, what kind of vehicle? I got to know what kind of vehicle you want. I'm probably going to recommend a Reese or a Schiss. So I need to know what vehicle you're messing with here and what your intended goal for it is. Same age, when birthday? July 9th. RC Daily, the Raw 500 is amazing. Yes, it is. Nilo Juice, what's up? Why is it so hard for me to find a new TRX4 2-speed transmission instead of use one? Have you looked on eBay? Usually Jenny's RC, sometimes they'll tear them apart and put them on there. What tires and wheels do you have on the UDR on the video? Okay, I did have the Vidavons on there, but it had the Hyrax. The Hyrax for that truck really don't hook up very well. What I have on it now are the J Concepts landmines for the UDR, and they are amazing. They do expand quite a bit, but they actually hold up really good. Really happy with them. Okay, Ecto G-Speed build. Look at the Raw 500. That's amazing. The Power Hobby 729 holds up pretty well. It's a little bit less money, but if you really want to go for it, that Raw 500 has got speed, it's got power. It's a really good servo, man. That would be one of these right here. Raw 500. This is what's going into this. So I keep streaking my hair, dyeing it to hide my gray hair. Yeah, I went through all the phases. Shift is the one with the graphics all over the servo, yes. Oh man, we get you catching a break. If you guys get silent, I want to cut this thing out about 8:30. We've got about 8 minutes. Ah, I have to get my base camp finished. Yeah, the base camp is pretty easy. Operation 11 Charlie Raw 500. I've got one. Let me grab them. Let me see what I've got here. I've got some right there. I've got something here, something here. All right, let's see what I got. All right, this is number 45 of 250. This is the USTE Raw 400 right here. Here is a ASD Reese RC Raw 500 number 45. I like number 45. This is Operation 11 Charlie right here. Raw 500. I don't know where the paper is on that one. And then here, this is his very first one he came out with. All right. This is number 15 of 40, the Gold Raw 500. And what's bad is when I need a servo, I look at these and I'm like, oh man, do I really want to use them? And see, here is number 47 USTE Raw 400 right here. So I have number 45 and 47. I bet you guys can't figure out them numbers. But anyway, those are my collector servos right there. Okay, yeah, this one's still sealed. My 11 Charlie servo is still sealed. It's just not in the bag for some reason. Maybe I really looked at putting it in something. I don't know. I could put a playlist together for the race camp. The new polished brass servo, that was actually a reef servo. I believe it was a full brass raw 800, I believe it is. Yes, I am working on my special limited edition collection of servos. Not that they're worth anything, but to me they are, you know? Right, RC Daily, you are correct. And I really like the 99 micro for that. I think a 12-inch wheelbase for LCG rig is too short. Depends on your terrain, Clayton. If there's a lot of belly over and, you know, things that are going to catch the belly, you might be better off staying short. But if all the obstacles are at the same 12 inches, if you can go 12 and a quarter, that'll get your tires just over the edge and it'll really give you an advantage. It really depends on your terrain. I liked, when I ran Class 1 many years ago, it was the old Blazer. I can't think of the name of it. They don't make them anymore. But it was a Blazer. I took the body off. I put a axial, the little scout looking body, the ugly one. Put that on there. I ran that Class 1 and that done really good. Is the Winter Series held at the Exoplex? The Winter Series is held in Lake City, Florida at the Barbarian Scaleplex. It's a lot bigger with a much better terrain and dirt. Nice dirt. The Winter Series, I'm curious to see when. Gonna sell the Raw 500 brass. I haven't been able to even buy one yet, so I haven't been able to get one. 1,000 kg servos after my servo collection. Okay. Team Associated MT12. I'm going to put a Hobby Max 5 G2 87 1100K motor, mod 1.20 2530. That's a lot of gears. That setup will rip. Just watch your temperatures on that. 2530 is a little bit high, but if all you want to do is get some speed runs and blast down, then yeah, you'll be good. For general normal playing, I prefer to stay with like a 2030. And micro. Yep, it sure is. MT12 start off crawler, turn into a monster truck. Team Associated MT12 start off crawler, turn into a monster truck. The steering is horrible. Then it doesn't have a lot of power. If you're trying to keep your budget down on that, Troy Williams, get you something decent off of Amazon for like a 25 or maybe a 35 kg for about $30 to $40. You don't need to go spending $100+ on a Reese for that. You shouldn't have to anyway. I have not done anything with NSDRC and I won't. I am just not a fan of the guy behind NSDRC. That's why you won't see. The only time you'll see NSDRC on the channel is when I'm at an event and it happens to be there. Best motor for a 6S crate has a lot of torque. I don't care about speed. You want to rip the tracks up. Heck, man, the 2050 does pretty good. You just put a smaller pinion gear on it. The 2050 will be the stock motor, but anything Castle, Hobby Wing 2200 should be really good. Yeah. Now the Max 5 G2 is really good in an X-Max, in my opinion. It really is. Take the trailing arms off the Ecto and use a Nightcrawler, Husky links. Oh, see, I love the trailing arm suspension of the Ecto. That's one of my best things. It's one of the best features of the whole truck, in my opinion, is the trailing arm suspension. I even did a video where I tested it with and without the rear sway bar. I went back to the sway bar. But man, in fact, I run a rear sway bar on quite a few of my crawlers. If you guys really take a look at some of them, especially like the regular chassis, like scale-looking vehicles, I run a sway bar on the back. It's actually I like it. So say Mark because of what I got it. Kick Remote's Facebook group. What do you think should be the next evolution in RTR manufacturers to do next? What make you excited? The next RTR, I'm already seeing some of that in that some of the manufacturers are actually using legit electronics. They're rebranding, but they're leaving the features there. One of the first companies that ever did this was Red Cat with the Red Cat Gen 8, the Axe Edition. It had a reservo and a full hobby wing system. Now the reservo, the question is, was it really the 422? I've heard both. I've heard both ways on that one. But that was the first one. And then I think Red Cat might lead the way in some of these legit non-rebranded ESCs in the future. Would the Castle 2650 work? Marcus Landry, yes, that's exactly what I run in my LMT. I run that in, I believe I've got it in both of my LMTs, I think. If you look at the last TLR video where I was on the jump track and all that stuff with it, I actually put the largest pinion gear possible, 17 tooth, I believe, and I was able to rip the backflips with it. Yeah, that's a really good motor, super torquey. But the trick to putting that in there, especially with the TLR, I'm not sure about the older ones, but you got to make sure the motor wires are at the very top. And if where you bolt it to where your pinion position is, if it's off to the side, it's going to hit the chassis or the battery tray. Take the front bolts loose of the front of the motor. You can take these bolts loose right here and clock this and rotate it to get the motor mount holes in a different position. I'm not sure if you guys know that you can do that, but if you got to have these in a very specific place and your bolt holes line up, and if they line up and put it off to the side and there's no way to get it, you can actually take those loose and clock this, put it right back together, just so you guys know. I've done that quite a bit. RTR race camp. Clayton, I would love to see an RTR race camp, man. That thing is so good. It is so good. The front suspension geometry is horrible, but it works so good. The front suspension geometry, I don't have it here, is so bad that when you put torque on it, it actually jacks the front end up. It's like the links come together. That's how bad the front suspension geometry is. But it works really good. I mean, like, it just, and that thing runs good. And then when I put the Rift shocks and stuff on there to really allow the suspension to work, man, that's one of my best mutant concoctions out there, man. I'm telling you. Sport Pro, the new brushless system. Honestly, Traxxas is past due to come out with something. And they're very protective of the TRX4M name for some reason. No, I do not have the Hammer Ray anymore. It is long gone. Marcus Landry actually has the, he bought that from me. Perry Craft, you made it to a live. Yes, sir. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yep. RC Daily, you're the number one that says it's not, so I got to go with you. I never messed with that servo other than the few times I drove it. Some tip, bro. When diff broke and Kaija put its motor and ESC in a rift kit. Okay. Was it Coggy though? It wasn't censored by Mir. I might try to make my Furatech Cayman 6x6. I don't have the FureTech Cayman, so I don't know what to tell you, Amber. I love the trailing arms as well, but I couldn't find a way to mount them to the V4 chassis. You know, Cody, I was talking to UGRC, and he told me that his buddy has the Predator chassis, the old like V1 or V2 Predator chassis, right, from UGRC. And he says it's almost a direct bolt-in, the entire Ecto driveline right into that with the trailing arms. So I'm like, that would be awesome. So I might be trying another Predator chassis, but my Ecto does so good the way it is with a stock chassis, though. And I don't want to go buy a whole another Ecto just for a video. Although I have bought vehicles just for videos. As a matter of fact, that's why I have the Creighton EXB. Because I got the Sledge, and everybody was saying, oh, it's a copy, this and that. So I literally ordered off of Amazon an EXB Creighton just for that video. And I do got to tell you, that truck runs pretty good. So I'm happy with that purchase, you know? I mean, really? I'm hoping we got some really good sales around the Christmas time this year. We don't have, there's like almost no sales out there, you know. Usually I'm popping sales and all kinds of stuff, and it's like, ugh, there's almost nothing there. Perry Craft gifted RC Crawler 82. RC Crawler 82, you can now see all the channel member videos. So, and when you go to the channel and you look down at the channel member, you can actually watch them now. A lot of times I won't put the descriptions in there. The thumbnail goes on like the night before, stuff like that, but you can totally watch the video. Now the hammer ray was tough. I actually put that on the rocks a few times. The hammer ray was tough. I got to give it credit. It was tough. There should be a Nitro Low C Super Baja Ray. That would be a big Nitro motor, let me tell you. Probably something, that'd be a big Nitro motor, not like a 1/8 size motor. That'd be a big motor. The Raminator bouncer chassis, I'm still working on getting all the driveline put together. I've got this other thing going on. I hope to have it on my next Vidavon order when this comes to me, when it gets to me. Arthur is making a new SCX6 transmission like the one he made, only with 10mm outputs. 10mm outputs will allow me to put that transmission into a Raminator. So that's my goal. And then I get to put that into my Raminator. You guys will see it. I'll take it for a drive, and we'll see if it holds up. I mean, I don't even know if the transmission will hold up. It might be a complete waste, but I really want to put that transmission into the Raminator and use that same transmission for the bouncer. So that's my goal. That's my goal. Showed it no mercy. Gatekeeper RTR still 269. That's a nice one. Of course, always give one out when I catch alive. Perry, you're awesome, buddy. The hammer ray on sale for $500. Really? Where's Picra? Have you been? Where is Picra? I don't see him. Oh, Picra is Perry Craft. Okay. Since when does it show real name versus nickname? I have no idea, Picra. I have no idea. Everybody else's normal usernames are on there. Tower Hobby. Let me see here. What's going on at Joe's Land? I'm so behind on videos. Well, Picra, Perry, you're going to need a lot of energy drinks and a lot of popcorn, buddy. Marcus Landry, that's exactly it. I want to change. I want to take the weight. I want to get the motor down lower. You guys got to remember, my number one goal with the Raminator is performance. That's my goal, pure performance. I see so many people talk about the Raminator. Oh, it handles like crap. It doesn't do this. Well, I want to make mine the exact opposite. I want a precision driving vehicle. And honestly, I'm pretty close to it right now. But I do think I can shave some chassis weight off of that thing, get the motor down low, because it's got a motor like this in the thing, you know, the whole Max 4 560. So, yeah, I want performance. Performance. That's what I'm after. Joe Butcher. Same, Joe Butcher. I always mess things up. I have a tendency to read words exactly how they're spelled. So when they're misspelled, I read them that way. What electric RCs would I like to see nitro? What electric RCs would I like to see? I would like to see a nitro LMT. I think a low seat nitro LMT would be awesome, and I think they can pull it off. I would definitely be interested in that. Thank you, Marcus. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think it handles great too, man. The rear steer, I was worried about that. I know, like when I was at the Monster Jam World Finals and I was out there, the rear steer wasn't really what was needed out there, the straight axle rears, because they were more stable at speed. As far as general handling goes, the four-wheel steer does absolutely wonderful. But really running fast, the rear steer can get a little bit on the squirrely side. Okay, 2700 kV Puller Pro V2 stubby with Mamba X ESC. That should work pretty darn good for that vehicle. Thank you, JD's RC. They still have the early Bronco for $299. I thought that sold out. Is that on Horizon, or is that back order, or is that in stock? Clayton, I'm ordering an entirely new Raminator driveline. New axles, four-wheel steering axles. I've already got the mega tires for it, so I've got that. But new axles, links, and the shocks. That's pretty much what I've got to order. And drive shafts. So axles, drive shafts, links, and shocks. That's what I've got to get ordered when I get all that stuff in. But kind of waiting for this transmission, make sure the transmission is going to work. Well, when the transmission is in and it works, all I'm going to do, I'm going to take all this stuff, put it into a big heavy box with the mega tires, because you got to check for clearance and all that stuff, right? And I'm going to send it all to Addictive RC. Travis Vance is my chassis builder. So I know he can get it done, and it'll be the best in the world, without a doubt. And honestly, that makes me happy. Also, my buddy Al, who's local, he wants the exact same thing. So we'll probably have two exact same vehicles, but maybe a different chassis, or at least a different color. So yeah, there's going to be two of these things running around. And I'm actually thinking, it might sound a little bit odd, but I'm thinking for the bouncer, rather than going with a Max 4 and 560 kV, just simply going with an XLX2 and an 800 kV. Just going with it. I think 8S will be plenty for it, but I can swap out for a Max 4 real quick and 12S that thing if I need to. And actually, the Max 4, there's an adapter for that round plug on the new G2 stuff. I got another setup around here somewhere. But there's an adapter that you can actually run a normal censored motor on that. So, I mean, I think 8S will be plenty for it. However, 12S may have to be. And depending on the overall gearing, I might just put a Hobbywing G2 800 kV in there. Call it done. Don't know. That way I'll have the sensor. I'll have the 12S capability for those times you just want to get a little crazy. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Man, I'm talking to you guys. I'm not even paying attention to what you're commenting here. Blitz RC is back. Oh, Hetmansky's working on a Nitro LMT. Okay. Oh, there's a Nitro LMT, but they didn't run it. I'd like to see the Nitro LMT. See, tuning Nitro, such a pain. I've seen it, I've heard about it, but I've never actually seen one in person, if that makes any sense, of the Shape Ways Dig unit. I've never messed with that. Videos are hard to watch unless it... Nitro videos are hard. Yes, they really are. They're cool for the first few seconds, though. It's a nice crawling pigeon for. Yep, RRW Crawl Zone. I actually wanted to go there last time I was there, but it didn't work out with my schedule. Crazy Quad Brothers. What's up, buddy? All right, here we go. A little crazy break stuff. The icons for members. We go exciting themed. Oh, you're talking about the stars? Yeah, I can look up something out. That was just kind of something I've done. I wonder if I can do like gold members. Now the stars I think are there for the duration, not the level of membership. I mean, heck, you have like a bronze member, like a... No, that might get me in trouble. Never mind. What's your favorite factory? My favorite factory body of all time. Heck, I don't know. There's so many of them out there. Any chance a new Primal RC Dodge make it on this channel? Travis Hoffert, yes sir, it will be. There's going to be two. Red orange one, which will be mine, and a green one, which will be Al's. So we're going to have two of them things on here. Yep, team effort, going to have one. I bet we should put a good the semi-cross, cool. Yeah, Blitz, I had fun with this little guy. I'm going to try to get it over to Richard's place. See if I can drive his little track with it. See what he thinks of it. He'll probably get a good laugh out of it. Elementary school. Crawl Master, what's up? Now, Marcus, speaking of like the nitros and stuff like that, have you guys ever been to a 5th scale race with all the Losi 5Ts and all that? Dude, they get these things tuned up. It's like you're at NASCAR or IndyCar. Ring, ring, ring. It is awesome, man. Way better than the 1/8 scale Nitro Buggies and Truggies. It's amazing. I have no idea what FureTech has going on, buddy. Hey, Nella's here. Hobbywing Pro, would dig and transit. Okay, gotcha. Think that 1/5 Dodge can handle a dirt oval. Team effort, I don't know. If the dirt oval is super smooth, maybe. The front suspension looks like old pan car front suspension. It doesn't have like a suspension that I was expecting, and the rear end is solid mounted. So there's no suspension on the back end of it. I was kind of hoping that it would have a suspension system on it. I don't know. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more in that department of that vehicle. Go as fast as it can handle. If you're Amber, if you're talking about the big fifth scale, man, with no rear suspension on it at all, man, you get that thing running fast, you hit a bump and it starts bouncing. That's a whole lot of RC to go scattered in pieces. I know RC Daily, I can't really argue that, even though it's massively awesome. But yeah, like I say, I expected, like say a Roven 5B, you know, the Baja. At least that would have suspension, you know, tune it down to where it only moves, you know, this much front and back, you know. I think that would be a better route, in all honesty. Oh, it'll definitely do some burnouts, Clayton. I'm gonna burn the tires off of it. Me and Al were talking about hooking them up together and just pulling the throttle and just watch what happens, man. Do some tug of war with them things. That thing will be awesome. Man, years ago, I took my Techno buggy out to a kart oval. We got an oval out here, and there's a nice big oval. It's the only time I have ever been able to just hold full throttle on anything like that for almost 2 minutes. I was at full turn. It was pushing, but it was just enough to make the turn, just simply hold full throttle. I mean, if you think about it, with these fast cars that we all have, we don't get to just hold full throttle. I mean, okay, a second or two here. Oh yeah, that was good. That was good. Oh man, eight seconds goes by. Ah, that's all you got. Well, dude, I was able to hold it for over a minute straight, just flat out. It was awesome. I'd like to go back, actually. I want to say that's back when I may have had a couple thousand subscribers, so it's been a while. Did you get your new tire for the 5B and any luck getting the MGM? I haven't even hooked the MGM up to the computer. I've been doing everything else. I have not ordered the tires either. I'm gonna true color rust. I actually have a white and blue Bronco sitting in the box in my bedroom. It's literally sitting there. I've never opened the box. I have no idea what I'm going to do to it. It's the same color as, well, it's behind Big Orange there. But it's the same color as that one, white and blue one. And I do not know what I'm going to do with it, but the price was good, and I got it. Oval is extremely fast. And it's also fast acting, as in the reaction times, everything. And the smaller the oval, the smaller the scale, the worse it is. I mean, it is stupid quick. Holmes is clearancing his servos. Oh, that is the 2000 kV revolver. Yeah, the Revolver 380 is the size of it. Yeah, it's a great little motor, man. Yeah, 2000 kV. Marcus, what have I decided not to sell at this point? I'm not sure what we're even... Hello, cat. Here he comes again. All right, lay down, buddy. There you go, lay down. I'm gonna crawlers. I cannot hold any of my RCs wide open for more than 1 seconds. Exactly. I was able to hold it for over a minute, man. Just simply holding it, it was amazing. Oh, the new unboxed early Bronco? Let me see what I'm going to... I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it just yet. But I will keep you in mind. Full throttle, big money. As long as you don't hit the wall. Maybe time to hook the Liner to a Max 4, maybe. But I want to see what I can get out of that MGM. But I do have a feeling I'm going to end up breaking the MGM in a crash or something like that. I don't know if WCM Corp is still around. Oh, wow. Okay. He did mention something's on the way, didn't he? Oh, yeah. I know what it is. But I can't say anything. I really want to keep my servos, buddy. I mean, I've had projects come up where I've been like, I need this servo, and I'll go to Reese and order one just so I don't use this one, or I'll take one out of something else. I'm going to hang on to my special servos. Team effort. No, this is Castiel. Yes, you. What's your recommendation for a cheap short course truck that will run 3S? Easy for fun. Oh, RC Crawler 2. Go with the Arma Centon 3S. How do I have the MGM mounted in the 5B? I actually have the Vidavon ESC mount, and I've got it mounted on that. So, oh, Vidavon's also got bulkheads for that 5B as well, so I might be getting a set of those. Big Egg. I have a couple secrets. But that's all I can say about that. That cat. I'm glad he's out now. Go outside and do something. That cat will go outside and bring in a lizard. Oh! It's 8:57. We got 3 minutes. Wow, I didn't even realize how much time went by. Took a closer look at the 1/5 suspension. Looks like it has a diff in the rear and a friction front shock. Yes, that's kind of what it looks like, team effort. Yeah, see, I'm kind of thinking Sam, because Sam liked to explore vehicles when they were here. I think he went home with somebody and jumped out. That's what I'm thinking. Joe, Dave is Joe. What's that? Feinstein, Finkel. Feinstein, Finkel is Feinstein. Feinstein is Finkel. Big Egg, thank you, buddy. Have I got the UDIR Porsche yet? No. I appreciate you, bud. Thanks for all you do. Thank you guys. Yep, it is time to wrap up. You guys are correct. You guys have been absolutely awesome. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I got to show off my Servo collection. And when he gets that brass one, if he does a number on them, I'm gonna have to buy 2. Because I want to use one of them brass ones. I think it'll be awesome in the front of the probably the SCX10 Pro. But I've got the Raw 800 in front of that one. So, I don't know. British Columbia JRG2. Yeah, buddy, we're about to wrap this up, man. I think Tony CCXRC is about to come on too, so he'll be taking over here soon on his channel, at least usually. race. I'd much rather get time. Well, what? Raw 500. Yeah. Take care. Have a great night. All right, guys. You guys are awesome. 500. Yeah. I mean, I can order them for you, you know, and send them to you that way. Would kill a raw 500. I've got a raw 800 in there now, and it seems to be doing all right. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. That's it. I know it was something like that. Scale Rats live. All right. Well, guys, you guys have a great day. Dirt bike videos tomorrow. Go out and check out Scale Rat. You guys are awesome. Have a great day.